Hello and welcome back to SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And today I'm going to touch on yesterday's Unite the Kingdom rally and the week from last week's video about Reform winning a few more local elections. And what I said as they're going to obviously lose a lot of seats. So I'm going to show you actually and talk through some of the names that they have lost in the last 7 days and kind of do a little cross reference as these people, the people at the march yesterday, claim they're not racist. The people in Reform who support Reform, who are Reform councillors, claim they aren't racist. And let's get to a congregational opinion on the same view that I made before about having an England flag racist. I've done 3 parts. If you haven't, I'll tag them in the comments or add them in the bio as well. But if you haven't seen them already, go check the comments, listen to the video, tell me what I said was wrong, or kind of give me an understanding what you think, because I'm going to give you my understanding. As I said, a lot of people waving that England flag previously are racist people who have been hiding their racial or their judgmental feelings to other people that they are living around, working with, or seeing on a day-to-day basis. And they will show this in slight discretional ways. This could be someone, whether you're running a business, whether you're looking for a job, whether you're walking into the shop, whether you're walking down the road, whether you're standing on the corner, whether you're in a suit or in a tracksuit, whether you're male or female, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jew. There's a lot of opinions as to how people treat you differently. So obviously, as I'm a black Muslim, I see a lot of the British racism to black people and Muslim people in this country. And I've seen it from growing up as a young child to even in today's life as a 37-year-old man. So yesterday's Unite the Kingdom march was about bringing England and White Britain back to what it's supposed to be and stopping the borders. But as you know, I know a lot of you have been on social media this morning. I know you will see a lot of these posts showing how racist this march actually was and what people were trying to ask for. And first of all, to really show you how serious this issue is kind of getting in my head, because I've been waiting for it to spiral. It's always going to spiral. And as I said, sometimes you have to go through the bad to get to the good. Yeah. So let these people get in Reform. So then a week later, they're losing so many of their members. Why? Because they are saying racist things on social media or have racist opinions, and these things aren't accepted. So they have to actually resign or be suspended. Regrettably, because the people that are still there all believe the same things they do. But one by one, you take them down. Now, as an Englishman, yeah, as a black Jamaican heritage man, as a Muslim man, yeah, a lot of this interacts with me because I feel like they're talking about immigrants like they didn't bring Jamaicans over from another country. So what? If you're going to start talking about immigrants and asylum seekers and people that weren't born here, then that doesn't just fall at Muslims, that falls at Jamaicans, that also falls on the Polish and the Ukrainians and the Romanians as well, but we're not talking about them. It also falls on the Jews, to be honest. The Jewish people that you're claiming need to be protected more than the Muslims, because it seems like they jump on that fascist talk. But let's go on to this, because this post really shows really what this march was about. So beautiful, isn't it? Watch it. Hey, Farah, you see them? Look. All the asylum seekers, the immigrants. Look, what's this man doing? Why is he so upset? We're just showing you what England's made up of. This is what England is made up of. Cultures, they're going to be cheering on Bellingham at the World Cup. Like, come on, Bellingham. What about him? Oh. There is so many, like even the Queen's got German in her blood. Look at them booing. Why are they doing that? They should actually be thinking. They should be using that. Off. Why? Why does it need to go off? Sorry, sorry. I shouldn't laugh. But for me, that was quite funny because it shows you what a lot of them people that attended that march were about. They were all there to split racism and hate towards Islam and anyone that is in this country they believe that shouldn't be here, that isn't white British, that looks like them, or hasn't, in their eyes, had fighted for the war or had their parents fight for the war. So it leaves them feeling like they own the country and they have rights over people that are here anyway, fighting wars in this country now. So they're basically saying they want to remove Islam. Let me hear what this geezer said now, because I've got it's all on Instagram, these things I found today, and it's quite shocking that people ain't even saying nothing much about this now. Where is it? Let's find it. Let me find it. This is what they want. Now, as a Muslim man, yeah, Muslim man, yeah, who's born in this country, yeah, when I hear this, this is something that is quite not scary, but it's quite revealing and satisfying in that sense, because you know you feel what you feel, and they'll say, oh, you can't feel what you're feeling, you're not allowed, we're not this, we're not that. As I said previously, they will expose themselves into what they honestly feel like. So when you see this Stephen guy see Muslims in public and they're approaching him, asking him what he feels about Islam, and he's running away and falling over, or he's standing at a boxing match in Dubai, big Muslim country, even though it's man-made, it's still a Muslim country, yeah. You're standing over there for a boxing match and you're getting questioned by another Muslim man. There's a lot of things going on here that show that you ain't as strong to your feelings on a day-to-day basis. You're just strong for your feelings online, or when there's thousands and thousands of people around you screaming, yes, mate, we support you like you're some messiah. Astaghfirullah. So, listen. Are you ready to get fit? Are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Listen. As men, British men, we need to get fight ready, because a fight's coming to this country. Men, are you ready to get fit? What is he on about? The fight's coming to this country. This is what the man's saying. Now, where's the other one? He said something about he just wants Muslims out. Listen to this one. This what? It's not too late to get Islam out of that building. What building? It is not too late to get Islam out of every single official office in this country. How about we get racism out? That's what we want. We want racism out. We want judgmental, fascist, PDFs, bullies, sausages out of every business, every workplace. We want all these faces that are cheering to be noted when they're walking around on a day-to-day business, on a day-to-day life. So when they're seen at work, their staff members, their colleagues who are cultured are saying, I can't work with these people because they were at the Unite the Kingdom. You will then also understand whether the business supports this or supports all cultures. You get to then understand the divide, because they're trying to split us. So let's see the divide, and let's not allow people like this woman who's standing there talking, preaching to people that have assaulted women, that have done things to children. What is wrong? I can't. And this is what it's all about. So they all said it wasn't racism. A few months back, I told you about when they started showing these flags. I said to you, it's all these racist people that are showing the flags. And I feel sorry for the percentage of people that honestly just want the country to be great. They don't care about the culture of the people and what people look like. Or they want to have a better living for them and their children for the future coming. That's all they want. Whatever way that is, they don't want to be manipulated by governments. They do not want to feel like they are working to no point, no ends due, just to die. They don't want to feel like they're being robbed by the government. They don't want to feel like they're being lied to. Those are the people that I feel sorry for that wanted to share that flag. But I knew there was a high percentage of people waving that flag with the opinions that we are now clearly hearing. And I'm going to go through the little lineup of how it all started, how I see it. So it all started with marches about people coming over on boats illegally. That's what the whole thing started over. We're sick and tired of people coming over here on boats. Then it started, the conversation changed to, yes, we don't want people coming over here on boats because they are doing PDF crimes. So first of all now, they don't want them to come over on boats. Why? They're coming from war-torn countries that people are going over there causing wars and atrocities, and they're running with their family and their kids and their partners and trying to get away to somewhere that is more safe and secure. We do a lot of charity. A lot of these people standing in that crowd will talk about they care about charity and they do charity and fund me, give me money for charity. Let's go put money into charity. But then when it comes to actually being able to do charity, they're not to be seen. They're telling that charity, they're saying, we want to throw it down the drain. We don't want to give charity to nobody that comes to this country. We don't want to do it. So it starts to feel bad. So they have to say, no, it's not about the people on the boats. It's about people on the boats coming over here, committing PDF charges. But then now the stats are coming out now that, oh, wait a minute, it doesn't weigh up, does it? I don't mean to do the 6-7 stupidness, but it doesn't weigh up. It doesn't. Because when we look at the stats, it's actually people that are marching, looking like you, that are the higher percentage of people doing these crimes in this country. I don't care about anywhere else right now. I'm talking about in England. The stats are proving it's more white British males that are doing PDF charges, raping women, assaulting women. The stats are proven. So they can't talk about that. Now they're saying, oh, asylum seekers don't play their part. But everybody that's got common sense, because this is what it is, when they're saying these lies and trying to spread rumours and propaganda, there's obviously a lot of us now with common sense on our own social media. So we can say common sense as much as we like, and that common sense spreads faster than bullcrap. Bullcrap spreads quick, but when they spread and they really find out the real now and the truth, you've only opened up the truth, so the truth now is spread even more. So now you're saying they're coming over here not doing anything, but you look in the hospitals, you look in care homes, you look in our shops, you look at what taxes are paid, you look at people that give charity. A lot of these mosques in this country do more charity than the churches do in this country. Keeping it real. So when you look at what these people are actually doing in this country, they can't use that no more. They can't use it because they're just spreading lies and people are not dumb to listen to them. So the next thing they go, we're paying too much for them and it's coming out of our taxes. But then again, they forget that a lot of people are actually paying money and paying taxes that aren't from this country. And in fact, a lot of people from this country leave this country to not pay taxes, including people standing on that stage. So now they look like idiots even more again. So what's the next thing they have to come up with? Now they're saying it just blatantly. We want Islam out of England. Astaghfirullah. You can't get Islam out of England. Islam is here to stay. Just like Christianity is, just like Judaism is. They're all here to stay. There wasn't here by man. There wasn't put here by a man. And there wasn't put here in the last 10, 20 years, 100 years. There wasn't put in the last 200 years when even your parents were alive and great-grandparents. So how can you change something that's thousands upon thousands of years old? You can't remove something. It's godly. It's spiritual. Clearly, these people marching have no understanding of religion or faith or understanding, even though they're marching about they want Islam gone and Christianity back. But if they had any understanding of Christianity, they would understand these books are here forever. The message of God cannot be hidden. Even if the Bible is changed, the message of God can still not be hidden. It can't be. So these humanoids think that they can get rid of Islam. Are they confused? I think they need to go and read their Christian Bible. That's what I feel. Yeah? Because what are we doing here, as stupid man said? What are we really doing here? It's not a joke. So, you see the run through. Now let me give you some names to show you how these idiots move. Because as I said to you, these idiots also, if you realise, a lot of the honest, real ones who are fighting against this, we're using our business profiles, we're using our main profiles that show our family, our kids, where we work, who our businesses, where we live, who we are. We're showing, because that's who we are. We're being real, we're being honest. Now you'll realise when you go on these posts and you see people supporting or going against with some racist, fascist opinions, you will find a high percentage of them have fake profiles, locked profiles, private profiles, no followers, no nothing, no interaction, new profiles. Yeah. Now just remember that they use fake things, they use a profile, they comment all over the gaff, post all over the gaff, and they make a new profile and they do it again. And then they're doing another profile, probably make 10 at a time, and then keep using these 10 for the same thing, rotating it around, because as you see, there's loads of them at the march yesterday. So if every one of them done 2-3 profiles, how many profiles do you now have on social media? Spreading propaganda. Just a consideration. And because a lot of them don't want to show who they are, they have to hide with fake profiles. So now understand that, yeah, remember that, what I've just said. Too many names, too many fake profiles. Now, do these names all sound familiar to you? Unite the Kingdom, Reform, Football Lads Alliance, Britain First, Advance UK, Restore Britain, UKIP. Now, they all sound familiar. They all aren't promoting the same thing at the same time. Now, what correlation can you find there to all these fake profiles? Can you see a correlation? I'll tell you the correlation if you can't see it. They changed from one alliance to another, got rid of that one, stopped promoting that one, and let's go with this one. Oh, now with this one's being called racist, we've got to change to this one. Oh, this one's being called racist. Oh, we need to change this one. Oh, you see the bloody sketch? Bloody fools. Bloody fools. So when we see it, we understand internet. We start to see what they are actually doing. The same thing they doing with social media. Remember. Now, I said to you last week, we're going to see these people get fired or have to come out and prove, because of things they've said or done. We're going to find out. We're going to find out that some of them have probably done some assaults on kids and at women and stuff in the future as well. We don't know yet. But since this one's I love this one because it's quite funny. It's quite funny. Where are they? I took screenshots of this one just so I didn't lose them. So here we are then. So since last week, 7 days, just like Craig David said, 7 days, yeah? 7 bloody days. Reform UK, who have took local parties, and we're all celebrating, saying, we are not racist, we are not judgmental, we are here for the people. This is what's happened since then. Andrew Osborne from Cambridgeshire lost his council seat after being convicted of breaking electoral law. Kenny Hope of Durham suspended by Reform before resigning after internal disputes. Andrew Harrison, Durham, suspended by Reform before resigning from the party after internal disputes. Stephen Mosdell, St Helens, resigned from Reform less than 2 weeks after being elected. Barry Martin, Staffordshire, resigned his council seat after complaints over social media posts. Glenn Gibbons, Sunderland, suspended by Reform over alleged racist social media posts. Stuart Pryor, Essex, expelled from Reform and resigned both his council seats after alleged racist and Islamophobic posts surfaced. Nathaniel Mende, Sheffield, suspended by Reform over alleged extremist social media activity. Ben Rowe, Plymouth, suspended by Reform after alleged anti-Semitic and Islamophobic posts emerged. Joe Monk, Worcestershire, suspended by Reform after a leadership row. Ashley Monk, Worcestershire, suspended by Reform during the Worcestershire infighting. Daniel Devaney, Bradford, publicly said he didn't want to stand before polling day. He publicly said he didn't want to stand before polling day, then got elected anyway and resigned. Nick Farmer, Wakefield, suspended by Reform after internal disagreements. Jay Cooper, Sefton, declared not welcome by Farage himself and resigned from the party after Holocaust denial posts resurfaced, still a sitting councillor. Worcestershire County Council reform, minority and minoration collapsed. So all this has happened in just less than 7 days. What else are we gonna find on these people? What else are we gonna know? What else are they gonna show? What else bullcrap do they want to force out there? I say, anyone that's really good with internet and, you know what I mean, getting IP addresses, you know what I mean? You just go look at the posts, go highlight all the comments, go get those IP addresses and start doing our own police investigations. You start highlighting, oh, this person said this and this person says this. And now it's not just the politicians who are highlighted because people want to celebrate about reform. You're now actually getting people out of our day-to-day life. And that's how we make Britain great again. That's my idea. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Because these are just my thoughts and SJ Cartier Limited's convos. Just a little conversation I'm having with you, the listeners. Because I woke up today and I've seen some disgusting things on social media. I've heard some disgusting things. I've seen lost souls. I have seen lost souls. I can't lie. Like, wait there. Let me just show you one lost soul. One lost soul, because there's always one or two. There's always a one or two. There's always one or two. I can't lie. There's always one or two. Look at this. This one, yeah. Huh?
Is coconut, moist, tender coconut, covered with thick, smooth chocolate. Speaking of free Palestine, where was that energy for run?
It's true. Yo, anybody say bounty around there? What go on? What go on with these people, man? Them lose them head. Them lose them head. Them always said, they told us, we've watched the stories, we've watched films, we've heard the stories, we've read books. We know there was house slaves. We know there was house slaves. We know there was house slaves. And that's where I'm going to leave that. So thank you for joining SJ Cartier Limited Convos. And I hope everybody enjoys their Sunday.